Look at my room. Look at what I wake up to. I went to bed and my room was clean. I woke up and you didn't do that. No, you didn't. You didn't do that. It was the boys. Yeah. Cheez-It box on the floor. See, I was just in the living room asleep. Having two boys is not for the weak. I'm mad at everybody right now. It's Saturday morning and my mom comes in my room and just abruptly wakes me up. I don't have to go to work today. Like, what is going on? Just for me to wake up and eat some spaghetti. My son has my fan. It's probably on 0%, and it's on 0%. Like, my phone was uncharged. They're going to be banned from my room, like on everything. Y'all are going to get banned. My window is open, all the way open. When I told him not to touch my window. I told him not to unplug my phone. There's just so many things that I'm just, why do I have to wake up pissed off? Like, I don't want to do that at all. I don't want to wake up angry and annoyed. And like, I'm gonna have to be quick with this video because, you know, my mom, I don't want her to come back out the room yelling at me to eat some damn spaghetti. You gonna wake me up for that? Now, she do want me to go out with her today. But like, once again, it's not urgent. We just going to shopping, like. Listen, this is why I gotta get out of here. I mean, there's just so many reasons why. This is one of the many reasons. My mom can be very, very suffocating. Can you believe my mom offered that I become her assistant at her job? She's like, come look at the work that I do. It's not that hard. You can be my assistant and still be making $15 an hour. It'd be different if maybe the pay was a little, and that's fine. Like, that's honestly, but here's the thing. The biggest reason why I can't do that, if there's ever a time that I wanted to commit suicide, that would be it. That would be it. I work very, very hard on my mental health. For the past 2 years, I used to be very, very depressed. Maybe not suicidal. I never was actually suicidal, but I was just severely depressed, you know, and I've been low-key feeling the depression creep back in because of just life. Like, I try to be a happy, positive person. I try to whatever. But I just be trying to get my life together and just be lifing, and it really does get you down. And I try to just breathe and make it through, you know. To the people out here who, I guess I shouldn't compare myself to other people, but I will say, like, I wish that I could be happy about life. I wish I could sit here and say my life is great. Some people do. Some people are like, I'm so grateful for my life. My life is so great. I have cars and clothes and money and da-da-da-da. And I am so happy and blessed. It's not always the fact that people who don't believe in God, you know, get ahead in life. I see Christians getting blessed beyond belief. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is I've been doing pretty well with my mental health, but the thought of me working with my mom, being her assistant, working full-time would be suicide. Why would it be suicide? Because I would be working with my mom Monday through Friday, 8 hours a week, I mean, 8 hours a day. And we also have our part-time job, and even when she don't be work or whatever, like, my mom is very, very suffocating, as it is. So I can only imagine. It would be worse than working the worst job, like the worst job I've ever had, which I'll talk about someday. It would be worse than that. And that job, I didn't last for like 3 weeks. I lasted through the training session, and then I lasted a week, and then after that, I lasted a day after that. I was like, nope, I can't do it. I literally can't. I had a full-blown anxiety attack, a panic attack. I was like, I can't. But I had something else to fall back on, so thankfully. So with this, my mom would be playing, like, if I really was like, yeah, my mom would expect me to do this, like, forever. I would never have a chance to quit, because she knows my life. She'd be like, why are you quitting? You ain't got nothing better. I'm just not gonna get into it, but some of y'all probably think I'm making a bad decision by refusing to work with my mom, but I'm here to tell you, I'm in a good place right now, mentally. I may not be in a good place physically, but mentally. And honestly, that is what matters a lot. And if you ever want me to commit suicide, then say, yeah, go ahead and work with your mom. I already spend a ton of time with my mom that I don't like doing. Like, we just mowed the yard yesterday. You know, I already consider myself spending too much time with my mom. So I can only imagine. I need that time when my mom is working. I need that time away from her. Like, need. And then when I move, even more so. I'll really be able to breathe. Here's the thing. I won't be waking up to my mom just pounding on the door for no reason. Get up. What the fuck? I don't have to do anything. What? The kids are asleep. Ain't nothing to do. I think I like this little life. This little life. I think I like this little life. This little life. Well, my mom came into my room naked, getting ready, and we kind of got into an argument, and she was just like, I guess I'll go by myself. Because why are you forcing me to go somewhere when you don't even need me to be there? Like, you're just going shopping, buying yourself things that, you know, you're wanting to go to the beauty supply and this place and that. Have a you day, you know? You're not taking the kids shopping, you're not taking me shopping, you're going out getting you stuff. Why am I being dragged for you to go shopping? Anytime I need to do something or get something done, my mom is not there to support me or to come with me. I work a job and da-da-da-da. And if it's not that, it's she has a boyfriend that she's fiance, sorry. She has a fiance that she's with all the time. And the only reason why she drags me somewhere with her is when her and her fiance are not doing something. When he's tied up at church or something, oh, then you want to drag me to do something. Now, what happened to the family time that we used to have? I don't know if I deleted that vlog, or maybe I'll post a vlog. Maybe I still have it. But I made a vlog talking about how we don't have family time anymore, like genuinely. And maybe that is one of the reasons why we just don't connect as a family anymore. I gotta close this window, it's too hot. And then what else? My kids, the elves, I'm just calling them the little elves. Like, as you can see, I wasn't able to finish my food. Like, my mom had busted in here again, butt naked, and I couldn't even finish my food. So I'm here like, whatever. And like, you cooked with my ground beef that I bought, used my salad, my lettuce, my tomatoes, my avocado, and I don't get a chance to go to the store. I have to go by someone's mercy to borrow their car to maybe go to the store so now I don't have any produce, and it's been used in one big old salad. It'd be different if you bought your own produce and made a salad. I ain't even tripping about that because people eat my stuff all the time. Oh, I gotta swallow it, ain't nothing. But if I'm starving and don't have nothing to eat in the house, and I take one or two things of somebody's stuff, all hell breaks loose. You're a fat pig. I can't have nothing, da 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 da. But I just have to swallow it when somebody eats my stuff. When someone gets into my stuff, I can't even say nothing about it. I can't. And it's just days like this is really one of those days where it's just like, I got to get out of here. Like, bad. It, like, for real. Now, me dealing with my kids, that's a whole other issue. I will take responsibility for my responsibility, though. They're my kids, so, you know, I'll take responsibility for my responsibility. But yes, my kids have made me very irritated as well, because like I said, my room was clean when I went to bed, and since they're out for school, they don't necessarily have to go to bed when I go to bed. So I went to bed. I went to bed at like, what time was it? 1 or 2 in the morning? I can't even remember what time I went to bed, but I know I went to bed pretty late. And this is another reason why I just like my mom woke me up yesterday at 6:30 in the morning for no reason. Once again, just to talk about how she thinks she's getting shortchanged on her paycheck. I'm like, I'm not the person you talk to about that. You got to email HR, like you got to email the manager or something. I'm like, why are you waking me up at 6:30 in the morning? Because I'm getting up. Okay, that's you. You're getting up. I don't know. I hate that feeling so much. You gotta look around the corner because you don't know. You don't know if somebody's coming or not. But regarding my kids, yeah, I wake up, my room, I talked about it. I wake up, my room is destroyed. I wake up, my fan is on 0%, the window is open, like just so many things. My phone is not on the charger. My phone is not on the charger. Because Remy is charging my grandma's tablet that she lets him use. Or iPad or whatever. And like, you're braver than me, because I would not let the kids use any of my devices. Because Remy likes to do a little thing where he gets mad at the game he throws anything. Remy likes to do this thing where he gets mad at the game and he'll throw a tablet, he'll step on it, everything. And when I say he's gone through 2 tablets and broke them, that's why he doesn't have his own tablet anymore. He broke the one he had. I promise you, if I would have had the same tablet myself, I promise you, mine would still be working. And just, my kids like need to be on super nanny type of shit, like for real, like low key. I'm trying, and I think they're getting a little bit better. But anytime I say stuff like, oh, even though I shouldn't be saying this, I really shouldn't, but I once joked to this girl, I was like, oh, I see why there's a lot of people who choose not to have kids these days, because man, kids are really tough. Like, it's not for the weak. She's just, you better be grateful for what you've got. And some people wish that they had what you had. The girl was infertile. She couldn't have any kids, but so yes, I get it. I love my kids. I'm grateful for them. That's why I'm here. If I didn't love my kids, I would have just left. Like, I would not be here. Somebody would have raised them. My parents took my aunt's kids and raised them. I mean, now she was an unfit mother at the time, so I'm not gonna just say, oh, they took her kids and raised them. But I'm just saying, like, it's kind of already happened before. Like, but you know, I make it my mission to at least be there for my kids, right? The moment I say, or this other girl was talking about, you know, them kids, well, there was, I don't know, I don't really remember what the situation was, but I think that somebody was talking about somebody's kids and how they were like doing something. I can't remember what they did. The same girl who was yelling at me was all like, oh, nah, I have to, you'd have to spank them kids, you have to oh, nah, I can't deal with that. So I'm just thinking to myself, what do you, so you like kids when they're all cute and cuddly and whatever. You just like the idea of kids, but you don't like the reality of kids. I think that's a lot of people who maybe have baby fever or like just anything. Like, you like the thought of kids, but you don't like the reality of kids. I get it. I was there. Before I ever had kids, I was never around any kids. I never babysat any kids. I never had any little sisters or brothers. I just never knew about the realities of raising kids. So me getting pregnant was excited. I was like excited. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be me and my kid against the world. Like, yeah, it's gonna, you see these movies, and not even like the realistic movies. Like, you see, like, I don't even know what movie I'm looking at, Knocked Up or something, you know. You see I think I was thinking of the movie Knocked Up, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, me and my kids, we're gonna make it. Like, that was when it was just Remy. Immediately, it was a huge slap in the face. My pregnancy was great, but once the baby was here, and just 7 years later, I'm not saying that if I knew what I know now that I wouldn't have had my kids, because there's so many things that I do love about my kids. I love spending time with them. I love the way that they look. They're cute. Like, I just love them, and I do appreciate them in a sense of, like, sometimes you do get lonely. Sometimes you do feel like, you know, you don't have anybody in this world. And I'm kind of like, at least I do have my kids. Like, I may not have a lot of friends. I may not have a man. Like, I don't know. I may not have hardly anything, but at least I have my kids, you know? But, and I'd like to hope that all the sacrifices, like, I'd like to hope that me and my kids, I don't expect anything of my kids when they grow up. I don't expect them to be this or that. My parents, which they did with me, putting all these things on me. So they're putting all these, oh, he's going to be a preacher, or he's going to be a lawyer, or he's going to be this. And that's fine. I think that's great. That's fine. But here's the thing. That's a lot of pressure. And when somebody doesn't become a lawyer or a preacher or whatever things you wanted them to be, and they're just barely making it, working a regular minimum wage job, then all of a sudden, like, you've lost hope in them, and they're a lazy piece of shit, and they're never gonna go anywhere. Kind of like how they treated me. Oh, I was the golden child. I was supposed to be this, this, and that, and then that didn't happen. Even though I'm only not even 30 yet, that didn't happen immediately, and all hope is gone. Like, I'm a lazy piece of shit. I'm a excuse for a person, excuse for a horrible excuse for a mom. It's just crazy. Calling me out of my name. And my grandma does have something. She has undiagnosed something, and I think it's bipolar. And I also think it's some type of anger issues. But anyway, when I got pregnant with my second child, because I know you made me thinking, like, if the first was so hard, why'd you have a second? Listen, I knew by the second child. With Adam, I knew. I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening again. I really was just like, oh my gosh. But he's here, and he's might be my favorite. Now, I do like both of them, but he might be my favorite because he's little. Like, maybe when he starts getting bigger, I'm be like, because there's nothing like your first child, you know. And I just remember when it was just me and Remy was my first love. But another thing that's crazy about children is Remy is becoming somebody else. Like, Remy's entire personality is changing, and I don't really like it. I don't necessarily like who Remy is becoming. Which, that's not something I'm gonna talk about right now. It's not like inherently bad, but I think that there's a lot of things that are influencing him. And although, I mean, he's still innocent and sweet, but you know, the thing with kids is your kids may not turn out the way that you want them to. And I don't mean accomplishment wise, I just mean personality wise. And I won't get into that too much. Anyway, I don't expect anything of my kids. I don't expect them to be great when they grow up. I just want them to be in my life, you know. Now, do I want them to, like, God willing, I'm able to finally get my own place. Do I want them to live with me past 18? I'll be willing to take them up to the age of 20, maybe even 21. And especially since they're boys, ooh, my stomach is hurting. My stomach is hurting. I'll tell you what, It depends on the situation. To be honest with you, I don't know if I would do with my kids what my mom is doing with me. You know, letting me stay at the house till I'm almost 30. Like, mainly, I don't want that because I don't want that for them. I don't want them to experience what I'm experiencing being at the house. You know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they have each other. I always envision that they'll get their own apartment together and they'll make it together. They have each other. You know? I don't have anybody, like, at all. I don't have any friends, no siblings, like, nothing. Yes, I have a best friend, Tori, but at the same time, she's living her life, you know? She has siblings, she has other friends, like, she just, you know, I'm almost, like, barely a part of her life anymore. And that's fine. Like, I'm not tripping about it at all, but, you know, we used to be much closer, and, you know, there's been some drifting, and not only that, but it's just, like, I don't talk to her all the time, you know? I really kind of need someone that I talk to every day. Somebody. Oh, my stomach is hurting, bro. I think this food I ate. I should have known that spaghetti was like weird. Like, it kind of tastes weird. But anyway, I just want my kids to be in my life. What I don't want to happen is for my kids to hate me or to just not want anything to do with me, and they just live their life and I'm not in it, like, at all. I want them to incorporate me into their life, even if they move away to a different state or to a different country or something. Like, I want them to visit me regularly or send me tickets out to see them. Like, I want to see my kids when they're grown. I want to be in their life. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know about, you know, and that's kind of just how I feel about that. You know, I'm so close to my kids now, and I try to cherish these moments because I do think, like, we might not be this close ever again. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, but me and my, you know, a lot of kids are close to their parents. Okay, I gotta go to the restroom.